Professor Layton and the Unwound Future may be the best game in the series. Although it seems like a lot of video game franchises default to the time travel plot when they run out of ideas, this 2010 Level 5 title for the DS fixes some mistakes of the previous titles, and it also features Professor Layton as a mob boss and has a shootout in a casino. This is my kind of game. The game story goes something like this. Layton and Luke are invited to witness a demonstration of a time machine built by this mad scientist guy. The experiment goes awry, causing the disappearance of the mad scientist and the Prime Minister. A week later, as numerous scientists have also gone missing, Layton and Luke receive a letter from somebody purporting to be Luke 10 years in the future, leading the two to a quaint clock shop in London's back alleys. Inside, an old couple show the two another time machine in the guise of a giant clock, and they find themselves in a drastically changed quasi-steampunk London 10 years from their present, where they meet the future Luke. He explains that in the future, Layton has become the head of a mafia-like mob known as the Family and has taken control of London. Now, I usually have an issue with mystery plots of these Layton games, mainly the ridiculous implausibility of the answers to these mysteries. However, Unwound Future was the first title where the story was not only close to plausible, not only had many great twists, not only were the characters more dynamic and interesting than ever, but the game had some genuinely touching moments, especially near the end. I was pleasantly surprised at how they subverted the whole time travel thing, and how they managed to keep everything mysterious and satisfying by the end. It's probably the all-around best plot in the series, mystery-wise, story-wise, everything. I was very impressed. The gameplay is the draw of the game, as, like previous games, this is an adventure title where you basically point and click around to advance the plot. There are a ton of puzzles in this game, over 100 something, not including DLC cases. There's nothing too special about the puzzles themselves, they're on par with the previous titles, meaning that they're challenging but frustrating. However, a new feature in this game is the use of a super hint, which costs more coins than regular hints, but basically gives you the answer to the puzzle, which was really welcomed because no matter how intelligent you are, there's always at least one puzzle that will drive you insane and make you use that hint. Other than this, nothing's really changed aside from a few new minigames, but you'll be surprised how much content they packed into these games. And if you liked or hated the previous Layton games, then this one won't change your mind. The graphics in the game are pretty impressive, with almost half an hour of cutscenes, lots of interesting imagery, and typical level 5 British charm. The new character designs are well done, the locations are memorable, and it's got sharp presentation that stays true to the Layton games. The music is pretty solid, especially the main theme, but it's nothing too brilliant or mind-blowing. Still, it was used well and stays enjoyable. The voice acting in particular is pretty fantastic in this game. As I said, level 5 is pretty good with things like that. In conclusion, Professor Layton and the Unwound Future is my favorite title in the series. Not necessarily because it's objectively better, though I might say it is. The gameplay is virtually unchanged, but I found myself much more interested in the game's plot and actually emotionally involved at some points, which surprised me a lot, considering that I basically laughed at the endings of the previous two titles. If you disliked the story of the first two Layton games, but wanted something more interesting, then this may be the one you want to give a go. In any case, I recommend this one. Thanks for watching.